What is the good word? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Technically Speaking Live. It is Wednesday, 8 p.m. on the East Coast and probably still 10 or 11 a.m. in our Queensland, Australia satellite office. Shout out to Thunder Dan. I do have stats in studio today. We do have a special guest as well, Digital Slang, but here we go. Here we go. I'm just going to head and address the elephant in the room. Stats is going to come on here and say something about golf because he's been spouting a lot. And in all the years that him and I have played, and I mean there's been a lot of years, many, many moons that we have played. I played the worst round in 4 years. You can attest to that. You're not on screen right now. You can't attest to it, so I'm executive producing over here too, up in this B. Played the worst round in 4 years. Shot in the 90s for the first time in 5 years. Shot 90 on the nose. And executive producer stats beat me by a single stroke. First time in the history of our glorious rivalry that he won. Normally I shoot in the low 80s. That's typically what I do. But I lost 5 golf balls. Brand new clubs will do that to you. I lost 5 golf balls. And surprised I didn't shoot way more than that. With that said, I have to give it up to him. However, he has stoked a fire in the belly of this beast. He has decided that he wants to dance in the 6-sided ring of fire with me. And for that, sir, I bring you in. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stats himself. Welcome to the show, Stats.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Peaches.
Hi, friend. How are you?
I am doing just fine. Thank you once again.
I'm taking the power away from you. The power of Christ compels you.
You just haven't seen the new stick yet.
Whoa. Family show, bro. Family show, bro. Whoa. I played awful. Like, straight up, he played great. You were very consistent. Your chipping was a little...
Towards the end of
the round, chipping was getting a little dicey.
There were a couple that were dead on, but...
true, but
I don't let him...
here we go.
Don't let him sandbag you guys too much. I was also playing with new clubs that I had bought the day before.
Yeah, so let's dig into that just a little bit.
Had a whole week to practice.
Oh, here we go. Let's dig into that a little bit more. Did you have a new driver?
It was new last year.
But so no. Did you have a new putter?
Not yet.
Did you have new wedges?
One of them.
No. Hang on a minute. No.
The pitching wedge.
No. Oh, that's a part of the set.
It's part of. It's a new
you
wedge.
know what I meant when I said wedges.
You know, wedge?
7. Did you have a a new sand wedge?
No.
You are a liar.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No.
You had those before.
No, you asked me, did I have a new sand wedge? And I said no.
Oh, I said you had new sand. You had the same sand wedge from you before.
Yes.
So all of your, I had brand new clubs, not a single, take the bag. One club in my bag is a carryover from last year. One single club. One. Everything else was replaced, and I played like it too.
Yeah.
However, you have stoked the fire, like I said.
Have this weird, little
it's when
sound.
The comments come on.
Oh, okay. All right. That's good to know.
He has stoked the fire inside the belly of this beast. And I'm going to go on the show today and say this. I'm going to stomp that ass.
Well, it's all right. I've still got 8.5 strokes for
No,
the
you
season.
do not get strokes now. That's not how this game works. You won
agreed
straight
to
up, big boy.
You agreed to it before
Let's
the season
go.
started.
You won straight up. You won it. Here we go.
Fine.
Right here today on the show where you're going to play in the next. Man, I thought I put it on airplane mode, and it's not on airplane mode. Damn it.
I will be the bigger man here and say
You sure weren't
agreed.
talking bigger man stuff when this camera was off.
You agreed to 8.5 strokes prior to the season. You lost once, and now you're tucking your tail and saying I don't get any strokes. So
You won straight up.
I know I did.
You don't get strokes when you
And
win
now
straight
I'm
up. If
getting
anything, you
now
should
I'm
give me
getting a
2.
better putter. I got.
Oh,
a better
here
putter
we
today.
go. Here we go. All of you see it here.
I should have bought this putter 2 weeks ago.
You should have bought this putter 2 weeks ago.
$250.
Yes.
But
yeah.
I did some research. I got lucky online. I bought it for $184.
Yeah, so open face club sandwich. Quan, come back. Quan, come back to me. Come back. 1 + 9 Pro. 1 + 9 Pro. Come back to me. Come back to me. Okay. Jason says it's too focused on slang Saturday night to play golf. True story. Jeff will be joining us actually on the show in just a little bit, probably about 13-ish minutes coming on the show. I tried to get a hold of Tech King Mike. If somebody could text him or message him or somehow carrier pigeon him, love to have him on too, just to kind of promote the fight and things of that nature. You suck. You suck, Stats.
Not for the last week and a half.
Oh, here we go. Man gets 1 W. How many times have we played before that?
A lot.
A lot. That's a lot of L's.
We've also, we've had one tie, too.
We did have one tie. That was just a devastating round for you that time. That was that you took a loss that time.
No, the tie,
the 18th where you missed the 3-footer.
No, I lost by 1 stroke.
That's when time. Yeah.
I thought I was going to win if I made it.
Correct.
If I had made it, we only would have tied. And then I lost by 1. But
yeah.
no,
so all of a sudden that can't. It's like, again, look right into the camera and tell me. You're gonna tell them. Tell the people out there right now.
13 years ago.
Hey, no, hang on. Look in the camera and tell everybody that you think you can beat me straight up again for 2 in a row. Say it.
I don't know about 2 in a row. I think I will beat you again this season. Yeah.
Okay, I see you.
Because you gotta remember, I am hitting brand new clubs that were made this century, just like you are.
Same.
So we both have some learning to do, and if we can both dial our drivers in,
it's over. It'll be the greatest.
Then it will come down to putting.
It will come down to putting, and I'm feeling real good because I bought a very expensive putter. I'm feeling real good with that putter.
And I mean, my new putter's only 1-year-old, modern technology. So
I think they're the. Oh no, you have an Odyssey, don't you?
Yeah.
You got the Odyssey Atlanta.
Toulon Atlanta, yeah.
And I got an even roll.
Yep. But both of ours now are solid metal, milled face, modern.
God, I'm ready to get out there. Tech King Mike is in the comments. Sir, I sent you a DM. Let me know if you'd like to swing into the show. Sir. My name is Jeff. We'll be here in a little bit, and you had better believe that I'm going to try to find that soundbite from 22 Jump Street before the tech fight on Saturday, because I'm going to try to channel my inner Dobo.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to try to channel my inner Dobo.
That's dangerous.
I want to go full-blown entertainment mode when it comes to this. However,
are you going to put on a coconut bra?
I'm not going that far. I meant to channel my inner Dobo when we talk about having conversations. And I'm really interested. As Jeff will come on and we'll talk about it, but this is going to be the epic battle of Pixel versus iPhone. I'm very intrigued to get my hands on those questions. Typically, Mike does send some of those over to at least get a flavor. I'm interested to know if that is still an opportunity. I have a potential strategy. Not 100% sure if it's going to work, but we'll go from there. Mike says, I broke my 8-iron recently. Apparently the clubs were older than me, according to my pops. Guess I got no choice but to get the whole package. That's true, sir. If you need a $10 off coupon code to the PGA Superstore near you, you let me know. Because since I spent a boatload of money with them, and I mean a lot of money, I can give away $10 gift cards for that.
You could have bought a really small boat for the amount of money you
spent. I spent some dollar bills, y'all. It was needed though. Like I had been playing clubs that were, decade probably.
When do you think my Hogans were made? Late 90s, early 2000s?
Those Apexes?
Yeah.
The Hogan Apexes are probably late. I played them in high school.
Yeah. So
I played them the right-handed version, the correct side of the club version. So anyway, let's go back to the tech fight real quick. Tech fight this weekend. It's going to be me versus my name is Jeff. Digital Slang. The judges. I'm very intrigued by these judges because not that the other judges weren't fair, because I was one of them before in the past. Judge Barry, Judge Juan, and Judge Idris Elba.
Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's coming.
Should be.
It's coming down using the God. What's it called? The bridge. The
London Bridge.
No, when Thor comes down.
Oh, the Rainbow Bridge.
It's not called that. It's not called that at all. God, why can't I think of that word? I know exactly what it is. I'm going to be really pissed when you say what it is. I'm going to be really pissed.
Well, that keyword search didn't turn up.
Somebody in the comments, what is the name of the thing that Thor uses to come down from Asgard? I know it's right there. It's the channel, it's the bridge, it's the thing.
The Bifrost.
The Bifrost. I knew I was going to be pissed. The Bifrost. Ben will be coming over from the UK, a la the Bifrost, to be a judge. So Ben, lover of tech. Yep, Tech King Mike knew it. Tech lover. Ben, the lover of tech, will be the third judge.
Tech lover.
Also, just want to throw this out there. It will be the fairest called event I think that will ever be there. It will for sure be one of the fairest called. However, and I'm just going to say this. These three judges are fantastic. They're just the bee's knees. I'll tell you what, all their content is just fire. Fire content, as the kids say.
If I need to go put on my boots.
Okay, let's talk real quick about some of the things that were out there. It looks as though Google has some new products coming up. According to Android Police that I read on both of this, they have a new Nest device that just showed up in a Google Home. Hang on, let me go to this. A new Nest device just showed up.
Let me get some more information so I can help you with that.
Knew that was coming.
Yeah, it's almost like that's the Pixel 8B.
Super sensitive assistant.
Very sensitive. I actually have it implanted in my side.
That's not where I thought you were.
Not where I was going to go with that. New Nest device just showed up at a Google Home. Could be a next-gen Nest Hello doorbell. For those of you on here to the channel that's maybe not listening or watching any of the stuff at all that I talk about.
It's everybody.
Right. We're going to be talking about the Nest Hello doorbell is fantastic. It is by far my favorite. Only I think the Arlo one is fairly decent. I'm not really big on the Amazon Ring, just personal preference, just not a big fan. And that's somewhat tied a little bit to some of the privacy issues that they have. It's funny because we also have another article that we're going to talk about. If you want to, while I'm talking, if you want to casually kind of give the synopsis of that, like read the synopsis of that article to let me know how off this is. I want to know how valid what they're saying in the research. But we're seeing that some sort of new device is coming out there. Look, the Nest Hello, as it is today, has a boatload of great hardware. I have one on the front of my house. I absolutely love it.
It's great at catching car crashes as they go through your front yard.
Yeah, so it caught somebody who just absolutely, pardon the pun, smoked this pole in the front of my house. I mean, I said
that was the most PG way you could have worked that.
I tried.
That was brilliant.
Look, don't demonetize me. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. The car hit the pole in the front of my house. It smoked the pole.
Oh, it smoked it.
And then that car was so messed up. Like, the car was clearly...
Yeah, we just found a piece of it in the front garden.
They left
last
pieces.
Weekend.
They left pieces in the front yard. Like I said, just absolutely just smoked that pole in the front of the house. It was crazy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hey-o. PG. Anyway, it was able to pick that up, and that's not a very short distance. That was a fairly good distance. It was probably 50-ish yards? No.
Yeah.
50 yards, I think?
40 to 50 from the front wall of the house, yeah.
So, yeah, probably 50 yards or so, and it picked up in detail sound. I assure you of that. Probably one of the favorite clips that I've had saved. Uh, and also, it saves a lot of the faces and individuals. So one of the things, and y'all know this, we love Greg, always Team Greg. Like I have a video of him walking up and doing this with a very strategic finger, and that's one of my favorite memories that I have. So we get to capture that. So those things like that, you don't really realize how big of a deal that is until you don't get to have those things. So it's really, really great. If I can get the clip and put it on my Instagram, I will. It's pretty hysterical. Okay, so with that being said, that's the first thing they launched, and I saw some comments in here is the Pixel Buds A or the Pixel Buds 3. I did put out a video about what my expectations are, but that was before all of these articles came out. So the video is basically a giant swing and a miss. Like I said,
You never know.
ANC and blah, 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 blah. But like,
all of these articles are just guessing at this point.
There's a lot of articles guessing a lot of the same things. So if those articles are going to guess those same things, it looks as though Google might be going down the path of a cheaper version. And so it got me thinking the other day. I was like, if that is truly the case, what are they going to do to try to make it cheaper? Because I don't think you can like dummy down and make the battery life less. You could get rid of wireless charging. Like that's for sure. That's got to be something that goes away if you're going to go to an A line. Because when you go to the A line, I have to assume they're going to reduce the cost, much like they've done all the other A lines.
You would hope. And I think the other thing they could do is maybe the components themselves have just gotten cheaper for them to buy and mass produce because, this will be the second version of their truly wireless earbuds. So they might just be dropping the price because they can.
So according to the Google 9 to 5 Google, the new earbuds will be called the Pixel Buds A. Will keep the same appearance as last year's model. They'll also sport the same touch controls lauded in the review from 9 to 5. Both white and green, with the latter opting a much darker color than the Quite Mint that they used in 2020. The buds drop the black plastic from the ear tips and case interior. I don't know what that means. Well, so basically here's... Oh, simpler buttons, no swipe controls. The buds... Well, okay, so hang on a minute. Is that the case? The pricing is unknown. A designator implies more affordable. They're saying... Well, hang on a minute. According to 9 to 5 Google, they're saying the same excellent touch controls that they talked about. So Juan is saying simpler buttons, no swipe controls. I don't know. I don't know if you could get away with... So how would you change the volume?
Yeah, there's no buttons on the 2s, period.
No, they're touch controls.
I understand that, but
he's talking about the physical
touch controls,
but not swipe controls.
Okay.
I don't know how you get like volume is like a...
Yeah.
Like I get it, like if that's the case and how they get rid of the cost. Yeah, I'm with you, Juan, saying like it's just a guess, but like I feel like you have volume controls on headphones seems like an obvious to me.
Well,
so I got to ask this question. Do the AirPod Pros have that? I can't remember. Like I genuinely can't remember. I feel like they do.
Swipe control?
But I can't remember. I have them upstairs, but I legitimately cannot remember. My daughter has a pair.
Yeah, I would say if they want to cut down on the materials, if they want to, but the touch and the swipe controls are so integral to what makes a truly wireless earbud useful. You can put your phone in your pocket, you can put it in your bag, you can leave it on the other side of the house and still control every reaction directly from the earbuds.
So these are the 2s. And so I have them in a Nomad case, which by the way, when this thing like patinas, it looks so good. I love it. And I can't not, like, that's the best thing. So the one thing I will say is, like, for the love of God, if they're going to go to this and just basically make a cheaper version of the Pixel Buds 2, that's fine. But they've got to make the case as satisfying to hold, because the case for this is oh so satisfying.
So you like touching
Oh my God.
your bud bag.
Okay, so they're saying no volume control on the AirPods Pro. Okay, so the swipe controls, that wouldn't be outlandish.
All right, so you still get a touch to start, touch to stop, touch to answer.
So you get the same touch controls. The only thing that would be
different,
the only thing that would be different from the 2s to the 3s, based on what they're saying, is the swipe. And I think at a minimum you have to get rid of wireless charging because that's just an additional component cost that you just can't have.
But that's into the case.
Right, but it's still, you have to cut costs somewhere if it's going to be
maybe,
a line.
How about this? Maybe they keep everything with the actual buds the same and just cut the wireless charging out of the case and make up drop the price that way.
I don't know if that would justify the price drop. Like, I think if they're going to go to this, oh my God, could you imagine getting Pixel Buds for like $100?
Well, and think about if the buds themselves were backwards compatible. If you could pick up a used 2 case that can do wireless and drop
that's
your
interesting,
3
like
A's
what,
in the case.
like what they do with the AirPods
right.
2, where you can say like, hey, you can get the wireless charging case if you want. You might be onto something. Look at you, big brain over there. You should have made a video about it.
I just give you the ideas and let you take all the credit after.
Anyway, I think it'll be smart. The idea is like is Google desperate for market share? Look, Google is not. They are not riding home when it comes to market share at all. when it for that type of stuff. Oh Lord, slang is calling. The slang is calling. He's in the green room right now. My name is Jeff. Is in the green room. Should we let him in? I think he can hear us. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear us. Oh yeah, he can totally. Yeah, he absolutely can hear us.
You got that soundbite?
I do. I don't.
Aww.
All right, we'll let him in. I'm gonna add him to the right. Ho, heyo. What's up?
What's going on? How you doing, man?
All right, man. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on?
Well, just talking that trash. Talking about Pixel Buds A. They're gonna be your soon-to-be favorite headphones that you have when it comes to truly wireless. And
the Pixel Buds. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, we're talking about Pixel Buds, man.
Yeah. Is that a real thing?
Come on now. It's right here. Look at
boys,
that case.
Play nice until Saturday.
That's why we have you in the middle. You're in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, you're a moderator.
You're moderating right now.
A rose between 2 thorns.
Every rose has its thorn.
Did I hear you right before and say that we can get the questions ahead of time?
Yeah, Mike usually sends them ahead of time.
Wow, that's cheating.
Why is that cheating?
Well, I like it. I'm just saying it makes it easy.
So do you have battle plans, sir? This is your first time in the ring, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just doing it for fun. I win or lose, I could care less. I'm just gonna enjoy it.
Evidently,
but I am
way louder than us.
I could lower it. Hold on.
I could raise us, I guess.
How's that better?
Yeah, seems sounding good to me.
Sounds great here. You're louder than Scott.
What
which
mic
is
do you
always
have?
a positive in my
book. This is the SM7B.
Okay, so it's gonna be good mic versus good mic.
Yeah, you know where I got this mic from too, right?
No.
From Dobo.
Oh. Did you really?
Yeah, man.
This is the same mic that he uses when I whooped his ass.
Yeah,
I said what I said.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. So it's coming back for some revenge.
Okay, I appreciate that, dude. I'm very excited. Like, I know we give each other crap all the time on each other's respective live shows and comments on other people's live shows as well when either one of us appear there. I think it's going to be a really interesting fight. I got to be honest, though. I feel like I'm coming in at a significant disadvantage.
How so?
I'm on Team Pixel that has market share of like 2%.
Yeah.
You're taking the literal easiest of sides. People's entire YouTube careers are based off of Apple stuff.
You're not wrong.
But that's okay. I'm here for the entertainment.
You're a smart guy. I mean, I'm sure you'll come up with something.
I don't know. It depends on the questions.
It does depend on the questions.
I truly do not know what those questions are going to be. They could.
I said on my stream last week, I was like, look, I'm probably going to get my ass kicked because I know how smart you are. I do have an advantage because it's Apple, but I don't know, man. First time on there.
Okay, so first of all, I have all of you fooled if you think that I'm smart. Stats can attest to this too.
Oh, 100%.
Exactly. See, he didn't even have to know the question to know that I'm a big idiot. I'm a enormous idiot. I'm fully anticipating a great fight.
Yeah.
So, do you want to is there any type of ground rules that we don't want to set between the two of us, like talking over one another or anything like that?
I mean, we could talk about that. No hard feelings though. Win or lose, you know.
None of it's personal. This is never.
Yeah, none of it's personal. It's entertainment.
Exactly.
Yeah. So win or lose, I'm gonna have fun, and that's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, it's a fight, so you can do whatever you want. Scrape, claw, feel free to yell. I don't care.
I'm not doing that.
I don't care, man. Do whatever you want.
We're gonna keep it classy.
Now, I am worried about one thing.
Okay, go for it. Let me hear it.
You know, there is a judge, and I love all three judges, but there is one judge that's on Team Pixel.
I think I think all three of the judges love pixels.
Yeah, that's an advantage to your side.
Well, I don't know though.
I do believe they're fair. Believe they're fair.
If you were going to call one out, who would you call out?
Oh, that's an impossible question to answer. I'm not falling for that one either.
Come on.
Nah. I actually talked to Barry Johnson about it already, but I trust them all.
Okay, so
I wouldn't do it.
So you've talked to Barry about it, which means it's not Barry. So now it's just between Juan and Ben. I know.
I actually told Barry I was worried about him because he was on Team Pixel.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know. Barry's very fair though. I watched Barry handle some guy that he should have eviscerated on I don't know if it was Indignant Hours on Friday or one of Tech King Mike's shows on Thursday that was being like openly racist, and Barry dressed him down very, very well. So I think you're right. I think he's very fair when it comes to that.
Yeah, I agree. I just like to have fun. I like to come into your stream and mess with you. And of course, I'm going to say something to Barry just because he's a pixel lover.
A pixel lover. I mean, it's true. Stats is also equal pixel lover. A lot of these folks out here. For those folks that just looked, that was actually I let him borrow the Pixel 7a.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pixel 7. I'm sure you got the 8, 9, and 10.
No. Scott's still hoarding those.
Yeah.
Now you already know this, but I pick on Pixel a lot. But my second favorite phone of last year was the 4A.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And your first one was the Samsung S20 FE, right?
Yes, sir.
Totally justified in that choice.
Yeah.
Absolutely justified. It is hands down. And that device alone, I don't know why Samsung made the S21 the way that it did. I would rather just go buy the FE. Like
FE is I still have it downstairs. It's a great phone.
Yep. And I think that's where for me I was like, Samsung, what are you doing? You could have dominate them.
Yeah.
And they went and did that.
Yeah, I agree. I actually almost traded in my S20 FE today.
4A.
I was going to go back and get another Note 20 Ultra because Samsung is giving $550 trade-ins for the S20 FE. So I can get the Note 20 Ultra for basically $250 right now.
Why would you not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Man.
It's a good deal.
I have that.
Yeah, I've had both. I had the Mystic White one when it first launched, and I got rid of it when I got the Fold. But now I miss it. So
I was shocked at how good Dex was.
Yeah.
Like I did not realize how good that was. So
it's not something I use a lot, but it is really good.
Yeah, I think it's cool the fact that it's there. And now, so Juan is saying that he wants the questions too when he gets them.
Okay.
And so, you and I had both better. I'm nervous because of Juan. Juan makes me nervous.
Yeah, me too, man. He's much smarter than I am.
Way smarter than me. Oh, man.
Yeah, all the judges. You said the third judge is
Ben.
Yeah, Ben.
That is my
That's crazy.
that is my undefeated tag team champion teammate, though. Might I add?
Wasn't it?
Man,
That's
like I gotta be honest with
Wasn't
you.
it
You're right.
back-to-back
Like you
tag
get a bit of a.
teams, too?
What's that?
Wasn't it back-to-back tag teams too?
Yeah, and Dobo was the victim both times.
I do want to do that. I do want to have a tag team.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Because I think the first time it was Dobo and Sean both times, and your boy, right here, 5th round comes back, knocks each of them out once, and then comes back, wins in the OT. However, to be fair, I don't know if it would have gone that far. Miss Adrian wanted to be up to some shenanery.
Yeah. I didn't even expect this to happen. When I had Tech King Mike on my stream last week and we were just talking about it, and I asked him when he's bringing it back. And then I just said, one day I want to go after Peachy in there. And as soon as I said that,
Yeah, he was all over it.
He put it right on Twitter. As soon as I said that, it was on Twitter within 5 seconds.
And then as soon as Mike tweeted it, everybody was like,
Yes.
"Oh."
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But I was thinking in my head right afterwards, I said, what the hell did I just do?
what did I just sign up for?
What did I just do?
It's so, again, I tell everybody is like, one of the best things I ever did was to get involved with YouTube because it's made me a better speaker at work during meetings. And I mean, that held true even pre-pandemic. Getting into the pandemic, me staring at a camera, talking to my coworkers, that's second nature to me now. Like, and it's probably second nature to all of us here, is just to stare at a camera, have a conversation, and pretend that it is a room full of people. And I've had many times people talk about, wow, you just look so much more comfortable on screen compared to everybody else. And honestly, I attribute it to what we do here. So the best thing about these fights is the fights sharpen my skill set when I go into meetings that might be a little tension filled. It makes me think much faster, use the best words when I'm having those conversations. And so that's why I do enjoy getting into those tech fights, but it is 100% nerve wracking.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be nervous beforehand.
I get nervous every time. If you're not nervous, you're not living.
You should be nervous. Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. So, I mean,
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
You heard it. That's a soundbite.
Yes.
Out of context soundbite. Let's timestamp that.
Definitely out of context.
That's what you said. You shouldn't be nervous.
You should be nervous, but
You should
yes,
be nervous.
you should. It's good to be afraid. It's good to be a little bit scared. It keeps you sharp.
Now, I have heard the rumor that you, sir, are coming to Team Pixel later this year. Is there any truth to that rumor?
That's a big fat negative.
That is, I have it on good authority.
It might happen. I don't know. I like the phones.
What is
I have a
your
lot to
biggest-
say.
What's your biggest gripe with them? if
I'm
you say the
disappointed
camera,
with them.
If you say the camera, I'm gonna reach through there and slap you.
No, I have no problem with the stills that it
Okay.
takes. The photos are great, even though it's a 3-year-old sensor. We'll let that slide.
It's
We'll let that slide.
It's still
We'll let
it
that
still puts out.
That's debatable. Don't say the best.
It's
one of the best.
It's one of the best. In
It's
a
one of
lot
the
of
best.
situations, it beats a lot of the other flagships that have significantly newer hardware.
But that's subjective, isn't it? Because if we watch all the videos of some other creators, they would say otherwise. So it is very subjective. I'm not saying it doesn't take great photos.
Sure.
It does.
Some of it is subjective. Some of it is like when you have 8 out of 10 people going, yeah, I mean, I picked the Pixel. Some subjectivity goes out the window with just 80% of the people are going to say, yeah, I really like the Pixel better.
See, but I've never seen 80% of the people say that.
Really?
No, because
Do you read the
when
news?
I watch videos and I see comparisons between Pixels and other phones, most of the time, well, it's probably split, but most of the time the iPhone comes out on top in a lot of them. So I guess it's what we watch. Like, who are you watching?
Who? I mean, I'm not going to name drop any of the judges, but there's a judge who may have just dropped a comment that talked about the same sensor size as the $1,000 iPhone 12 Pro.
See, Juan, I see you.
It's exactly. It's the idea that
Yeah.
like, hang on a minute. It's like same sensor size. Is it 3 years old? Yeah, there's no question about that. But Google's I don't know why I'm giving this away.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know if we should talk about
I'm
this
literally
stuff right now.
giving away things to argue. What happens
Yeah.
if here's my thing.
You're practicing.
What happens if you have to
Yeah.
argue for Pixel?
That would be interesting.
Ooh, now
If we know the questions beforehand, though, it's going to be easy.
yeah, but what
It'll
if
be
it's
easy.
but what if it's a situation where it's like maybe I want to be that guy. Like I know my Pixel stuff, right? But maybe I want to be that guy that comes in and goes, I'm going to take the Apple side and make you have to do the Pixel stuff.
Yeah,
that would be dirty.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I've owned a few Pixels. I'm sure I'll own another one. I'm okay with that, though. I don't have any problem with them. Again, the 4A was one of my favorite phones. However, I don't know if we should get into this, but we can if you want.
I feel like this would do a disservice for what could happen on Saturday. Like if we go too far into it, that's kind of a disservice, especially since it's somewhat conjecture at this point.
I will say this. I love the Pixel 4A, not a fan of the 5.
Okay.
Because of the 4A.
Fair enough. And that is a very fair statement. You get it is the best $350 phone you can get.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great phone at that price. And in my opinion, should we keep going? I keep. So when did you start using Ecamp?
Oh, dude, I've been using Ecamp for a while. It's probably got to be getting close to a year at this point.
Oh wow, it's good, isn't it?
Oh God, I love Ecamp. Are you kidding? The one thing I don't like is I want to be able to resize the windows.
You can
now. I can resize your window right here.
You can make all 3 of our windows look like the 16:9 aspect ratio.
Right, you can do that, but I want to move them around the screen though.
You can do that too.
What? Okay, go.
Yeah. Go into. Let me look and see where it's at.
We're all just doing this live. I'm live video.
You see where it says? You see where it says camera effects?
Camera. No.
Bring up the window for camera effects.
I have scenes. Hang on. Window. Oh, camera effects. Yep, got it.
Now click on. See where it says zoom and pan?
Oh, I have to zoom and pan them each?
Yeah, you got to do each one individually. It doesn't do it all at the same time.
Okay. So
you'll do stats, and then you'll scroll up to the top, and you'll change the camera to whoever you want to move next, and then go down to zoom and pan again.
Okay. Let's see if I can resize these windows on the fly. Oh wow, this is really working on the fly, might I add. This is fantastic.
Yeah, you can't do it. And when a 4th person comes in, usually when somebody else comes in, it'll go automatically to the next size too.
Okay, I see you working. Mike says, why can't Ecam be on Windows? Because it's on Mac. Sorry.
Mac only.
Mac only.
The best.
Kind of like Clubhouse.
Oh, here we go. Jesus H. You want to get the best? You want to get the best YouTube knowledge? You go to Clubhouse and just go in and type in YouTube, and you'll get 17,000 channels that you can go and watch. Juan says, better see some prep, folks citing sources. I'm not going to deny this. I do that. Everybody, and I'll attest to it, and I'll say it now, and I say it loud, and I say it proud. I will research these questions to death. I will have notes on my screen. I will take notes while you're talking. I have pieces of paper that I keep on my desk for regular work, and then I have a stack underneath my desk for when I do things like Tech Fight. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Saturday when Mike will have watched this show.
Yeah.
And is going to write questions that
based
have
on this show,
nothing to do with what you guys have already discussed today.
That'd be fine.
Yeah. He's in here now. He's in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he got done walking the dog.
I'm telling you, is like there's nothing. I do feel, again, I go back and say this, at a disadvantage when it comes to if you go into ecosystem comparison. I gotta dig a little further, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree. But you are,
I'm not as smart as people think. I'm telling you.
You've done this before, though.
I am not that smart. You guys, I Google my Google foo is very strong.
Google search is a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing. It is a very beautiful thing. Juan bought a new legal pad, and he's not joking.
I see that.
What did we do? What did we do? we're both
Yeah.
gonna look like a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, we're gonna get wrecked.
Juan's gonna be like, God, you're so stupid.
What is
That's
wrong
not-
with you idiots?
Bag of it.
Good. Oh God.
Can we talk about headphones and earbuds?
Yeah, right. I mean, I could do that a little bit. Again, I'm a jack of all trades, master of literally nothing. Nothing. Should we talk about? I know. So, Mike, I'm going to throw you a bone here in terms of a question. I don't know if this would fit into what you're going for. Mac Rumors talks about Android collecting more data than iOS in research. Did you read that story, Joe?
I did not. No, I did not see that.
According to this, Google and Apple both collect data from their users on their respective mobile operating systems, even when users are simply browsing the settings page or inserting a SIM card. Android, however, collects 20 times more data from users compared to iOS, according to this newly published study.
So, as requested, I read the entire article.
Yes.
And both, unsurprisingly, both Google and Apple have taken umbrage with the reporting in this new paper and saying it is inherently flawed because the researchers used a jailbroke iPhone 8 that is running several years old software, iOS, and a Pixel 2, which again is 3 or 4, 5 or 6 models behind what's on your desk.
Wow, zing!
Yeah.
Stats from the top rope.
And it was a Pixel 2 running, I think, Android 10, one of the early versions of 10. So they're saying if you want to do this study, do it with a current phone running the current operating system. And Google especially is saying we don't collect 20 times as much data as iOS does. So, everybody has their own side of this story here, and this is just one data point that, is currently in the news.
Yeah, this seems like a lot. According to what they're saying is Google doesn't necessarily collect more detailed info. They collect and send higher quantity of data.
Right.
They're saying that so Android sends roughly 1 megabyte of data to Google every 12 hours compared to iOS sending Apple about 52 kilobytes over the same period. In the US alone, Android collectively gathers about 1.3 terabytes of data every 12 hours. During the same time period, Apple collects 5.8 gigs. I have a lot of questions.
Well, there's a PDF available at the bottom of the article where you can look at the statistics that were presented in the paper. But, I mean, that might even be too dry for this crowd.
I'm going to tell you what, it's too damn dry for me. Apple tax. So Luca jumps in and says, Google's business is your data.
Mm-hmm.
Apple tax you for not doing it. I'm not saying they are safer, which they are not. They're just more private, not secure.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd really have to sit down and think about both what the authors of the paper are saying and then Luke is saying, because it's for me, like you said, I'd have to dive into it and see exactly what each of the different systems are collecting and then how they quantify that when they send it out.
And this is what Michael brings up. But an iPhone running Google Apps, which, by the way, a lot of iPhones do that.
Oh, yeah. At a minimum, Gmail.
Yeah, Gmail, Google Photos, all the whole 9 yards would be counter to the idea of privacy being better on the iPhone. But Apple does require them to grant permissions for everything most often. So I flat out asked 3 of the most very untech savvy people that I know, do you just openly accept permissions? And what was their answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Because it's easier to just click through it as opposed to think about it and read the TOS.
Exactly, because it's what that. So I know Juan doesn't like the term average consumer, but in
consumer.
In this instance, the 3 people that I talked to, 2 of them being sisters, they're literally like, yeah, I don't read that at all. Like,
yeah,
like I just
most people don't.
Yeah,
they're just gonna accept it. Yeah.
It's just straight through it.
The one upgrade to that I've enjoyed in the last several Google system updates is you can set the setting to where the app is only running or collecting data when you have the app running itself. So it's never collecting the background data. So I like that option, whether always on or always on when the app is on or do not collect. So
I don't know what Mike just said, but I think God bless you. I'm not sure what you just said. Does anybody?
Warrook? Nope, no idea.
What, oh man, I wanted to say something
average
right
consumer. Got it. Average consumer.
I wanted to say something.
I
Right
got
there that
it.
would've gotten me in
I
trouble.
got it. I'm with you now. It took me a minute, but I'm with you. I was like, God bless you? Like, what are we talking about? But no, like those, I think that's more common than not. That's not even a purchasing thing. That's just people just openly accept apps permissions. You know why I know that? Because I freaking do that. And then I go back and fix it later, but that's not the point. The point is they do that. These app developers find ways to get your data. I've said it before in the show, and I'll say it again. Data is the new oil, whatever buzzword, whatever you want. Data is extremely valuable, and they're going to figure out ways to get that data from you, period. Now, whether they anonymize that data, whether they obfuscate it, whatever, they'll figure out ways, but they want that data. It's all about the money.
Yep.
Mike, do me a favor. Add a question about privacy in there. It's really not fair.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Mike. Come on, Mike. Don't do that.
Don't do me dirty like that.
Don't do it.
Specifically, data privacy.
Yeah, don't you do data for a living?
I do.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's not fair. Plus, I could get in trouble for that. So please don't do that. Yeah, I really would rather not. But no, that is something that I do. So it's interesting. It's good stuff. But Michael Pepper said it best, I think, up in the comments, where it's like, you're worried about privacy, don't buy a smartphone.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't interact with anything online.
Yeah. So there's a good service that Snubs, who is a fan favorite of the show, she uses a service called Delete Me, where that will delete you from all of those data aggregators that are online. Things like Intellus, White
It's
Pages.
an app?
Yeah, it's called Delete Me. What they'll do is they'll actually go in and remove your information from these data aggregators. It's like $150 a year or something like that. I just kind of attribute it, if you want kind of everything taken care of from a security and privacy perspective, I would go get something along the lines of like Delete Me and not LastPass. What's the guy that gives his social security away online in the commercials? Why can't I remember this crap?
I know what you're
LifeLock?
Yeah, LifeLock.
LifeLock.
Yeah. So LifeLock and Delete Me, and then you'll be okay, I think. This
So that would
podcast
be
is brought to you
something-
by a privacy VPN. I wish. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah.
VPN.
Nor WeVPN.
WeVPN. Yeah, WeVPN, created by an online YouTuber as well. WeVPN was that made by John Redinger?
Was it?
I think so.
I don't
John
know.
had something to do with it. I don't know. I might just make stuff up. If you just speak it into existence.
How many? I got a different question about the tech fights again. How many questions are there?
5. Usually.
As many it takes until
I think
one
it's
of you
so.
quits and cries.
So he typically will do. So he's done it in the past. It's like 5, and then 2 or 3 knockout questions. I don't know if he's still doing that. I assume so. So you'll know all of the questions. You just don't know which 5 is coming up. So you
Gotcha.
research all of them, and then you go from there. That's what I
Homework.
do. A lot of homework. I got a lot of homework. It's true.
Man, I'll be streaming right after the tech fights too.
Jesus, man. Where are you in
Yeah.
the world?
What do you mean?
Like, what coast are you on?
I'm in East Coast. I'm in Jersey.
You are?
Yeah.
Why do you stream so late?
I'm trying to avoid, everybody else is streaming. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Other
get
people
it.
stream earlier, so I don't want to step on toes.
That's fair. Hey, have you heard from
Kevin?
yeah.
I have. I talked to him today, actually. He is taking some new medication for the cancer. And it's tough, man. He struggles. Good days, bad days. And for the most part, he doesn't know how the pills are going to react to his body. So, one day he's great. The next day he's bedridden all day. I mean, he's bedridden most of the time anyway, but
Okay.
a lot of the times he doesn't have energy to even, I try to have him on the stream every Saturday night, but he hasn't joined me in probably about a month now. He's been too tired.
Hey, more power to him. He's keep it on, keep it on.
Yeah. He's still having fun. He's buying a lot of tech. He's buying a lot of headphones and earbuds. And
Attaboy.
yeah, he's still enjoying what he can. So he's definitely an inspiration.
Good. Have you heard from Zach at all?
I have not heard from Zach in a long time, actually.
I texted him and direct messaged him for a while. If anybody has heard from Zach, I'm curious to know if anybody's heard from Zach too. So
Yeah, now that I think about it, it's probably been
I
a
mean,
couple weeks.
It's been a while since he's tweeted or anything.
Yeah.
I just wondering if he's okay. Has he been streaming?
No, I haven't seen his streams either.
I was going to say, I haven't seen his streams either. No, the last stream he had was a week ago. Okay. All right. Well, if there's anybody out there that knows what's going on with that, let us know that too.
You guys are East Coast too, right?
Yeah, I'm in Ohio. Well, we're in Ohio.
Thank you.
Stats can go to hell. We're in Ohio too.
I did say you guys.
Hey, you guys. You don't have a really thick Jersey accent though.
I'm not from North Jersey. North Jersey and South Jersey are different.
Okay.
Very different. North Jersey is that accent. That's that New York accent.
Okay.
Central Jersey, where I was born, and now I live right next to Philly. So totally different world.
What makes it a different world?
North Jersey is basically New York.
Distance, Scott.
God,
Yeah.
That's just Jeff,
Once
you
you
be on the show all the time. We have an opening for executive producer, as a matter of fact.
Once you drive about an hour south of New York, it completely changes. The accents are gone. Most of North Jersey is Italian, and it's just a very different world up there. I'm not a fan of North Jersey.
Not a fan. Have you lived in Jersey your whole life?
No, I've moved away quite a bit, actually. I always move back for some reason, but I've lived in Florida, I've lived in Mexico, I've lived where else?
You're a world traveler.
It's fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I plan on moving again in a year or two.
Where are you going to go to next time?
I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go west.
Ohio? Ohio's west.
A little further west.
I hear Denver and Colorado's really nice.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I hear
Go to
Colorado's
Colorado.
real nice. I mean,
Colorado is an option because I like to snowboard, so Colorado would be an option.
You get all 4 seasons in Colorado
in a day.
Yeah.
Well, just in general.
You get all 4 seasons in a day in Ohio.
Yeah.
Literally.
We have this week.
Yes, we have.
Because I just checked. The high tomorrow, 32.
High tomorrow, 32. Supposed to snow.
Yesterday it was 71.
Oh, wow. Is that where you guys are from?
Yeah. Well, I was born. Well, you're not. I'm born and raised here.
Jersey's okay. I like Jersey. It can be fun.
All right. Stats, where are you from?
Memphis.
Memphis. Best ribs.
Memphis.
Best ribs in the world. I said it. I'm not even going to be shy about it. Rendezvous, dry rub ribs. Ooh, Gus's fried chicken. Ooh!
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
I like Tennessee. Tennessee's nice.
Love Tennessee. Love Tennessee. All right, we're about to wind up the show. All right, my friend Jeff, tell me, where can they find you? Let's put the.
I got it.
You got a link. Let's put a link to his channel and then link to his social trees or his link tree out to everything in the comments. Where can they find you?
Digital Slang on YouTube, also Slangcast. We stream on Friday nights, and on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Digital Slang, digital_slang. That's pretty much it.
Stats.
I am at Helix Island on the tweet machine and at Country Smith on the Instagram.
Cool. Michael Pepper Tech, I saw that and appreciate that. Thank you very much. You can find me at the Scott Peachy on Instagram, which you'll find me singing over there. That's what I do when I'm in the Jeep. And at Scott Peachy on Twitter. Can you pull up Mike's channel? Does he even have a link out there for our show?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
Tech
Well,
Fight? No,
the Tech
it's not
Fight.
up there.
Let's see if I let me just do this really quick. YouTube Tech King Mike. We'll drop a link to Mike's channel here for the Tech Fights. As soon as I can get the channel to click. Here we go. Come on. There we go. This is where you can find study up, gents. Get a good night's sleep and have water ready. Good God, Juan. Jesus, man.
Juan's gonna have cross examinations and rebuttals.
I feel like this is a test.
I'll be honest, he's making me nervous.
Yeah, Juan.
I'm like that meme where he's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, I'm having palpitations. All right. So I will see you Saturday. Everybody else, we will back. Next week's going to be a little weird because in April and May, my daughter has swimming that runs late. I haven't figured out what to do with the show yet. So, as in current Scott style, like always is, I'll schedule this. We'll figure it out the day of the show. We will probably be live Wednesday.
Just means everybody needs to follow us on all of our socials.
Don't know when.
They need to subscribe to the channel so they get the notifications. Click the little bell, and
Whoa!
you'll see it. You'll see us on Wednesday at some point.
Look at this guy! Woohoo! Let me get started. Oh, there you go. Whoa! All right. After this, in 1 minute, Dobo stream. He's gonna be demonetized. He says it's not even gonna be monetized. I don't even know what that show is gonna be. Go check out Dobo's channel. It's going to be a hot mess express. And until then, we will see you all next week. Thanks, y'all. Thanks, Jeff.
Yep.
See you, man.